So as a real estate investor, wholesaler, or flipper, we're all trying to get our website ranked so we can get more motivated sellers. Obviously, getting website ranked can be difficult sometimes, but I want to break it down into 3 steps because at the end of the day, even though it's hard, you want to get motivated sellers somehow, some way. And in my opinion, it's the best way to get motivated sellers by doing it exactly how you do this on Google. Now, if you're curious and you want to have me do your SEO, Google Business Profile, or PPC campaign, click the link down below, marketingformotivatedsellers.com. I would love to chat with you and see if you want to go that route and want me to do it for you. Otherwise, if you want to do it for free and do it your way, watch all my videos. I promise you'll have great success if you do that. So, as you can see here, my market, Sell My House Fast, Sioux Falls. We have our PPC campaign right there, as well as our Google Business Profile right here, as well as our website. Now, our website, Google Business Profile, and our PPC campaign rank for multiple different keywords, and that's the goal here. We want to rank for as many keywords as we possibly can and build what I have right here called the trifecta system, where you have your PPC campaign, Google Business Profile, and your website right here, because who do you think they are more likely to choose? If you have one thing poking out of all 3 instead of having all 3 things sitting right there, you are more likely to get that lead because they see you 3 times rather than 1. For example, this local home buyers company right here, they don't see a PPC campaign, they see your Google Business Profile, and they are way down here, right? They are probably not even on the first page. And so that's my example. You want to make sure you have all 3 doing as good as you possibly can because you are going to get consistent lead flow by doing that. Now, in my market, 250,000, 300,000 people, not a big area. We do 2 to 3 deals every single month by doing this. So I want to break it down 3 ways exactly how I got to this point. It's really, really simple. Now, I'm talking just websites today, not PPC campaigns and not Google Business Profiles. I will link a video down in the description as far as getting a Google Business Profile set up start to finish on exactly how I would do it specifically for real estate investors. So go watch the video if you want to learn how to do Google Business Profiles. PPC videos will be coming in the future, but today we're just talking websites because that's where honestly I get most of my leads is just from my website. So without further ado, let's get after it. So I'm going to use this example. This person here ranks very, very well in San Antonio, Texas. And I'm doing this because obviously San Antonio, Texas is a very large market, and this person does very, very well. And I want to show exactly why they're doing well and really break it down on maybe how actually easier it is than you think to get ranked in such a competitive place like this. Obviously, it takes a long time, especially in a place like San Antonio. It takes it takes a long time. It takes a long time for everything, all the pieces to come together because SEO is just a pie of multiple different things to come through. But what are the 3 biggest things that you want to do today that is going to shoot your website up to the first page without a doubt? Now, what the first thing you're going to want to look at is your on-page content. What is on your page is 95% of SEO. I say this all the time. But 95% of SEO is what's on your page because there's 2 things that Google looks at in their algorithm on what ranks somebody: relevance and credibility. Now, the first part about that is 95% of it, which is relevance. And that is what's on your page. Physically, the words on your page, including your images, including a bunch of other things that we'll talk about today. So what you want to do is, for example, you want to analyze your competition to make sure that on your page you have everything correct because you want to fit within the SERP. I will link a video down of a full competition analysis video. If you want to watch a longer video, I'm going to go into a real short today. So I'm going to use a Chrome extension called SEO Quake, completely free. It's going to give you all the page info and everything you want to do. So if you're trying to rank in San Antonio, you want to probably range around this 2,900 words, right? Just for starters. Now, if you want to get really deep into it, you want to do at least 3 to 5 people, right? You don't want to do just one person most of the time. Like I said, watch that video if you want to go really in depth. But usually, if I'm trying to rank in San Antonio, look up Sell My House Fast San Antonio, take the top 3 people, and do exactly what I'm doing here for all 3 of them so you can average it out. So, for example, 2,900 words, say the other person had 4,000 words and the other person had 2,000 words, you're probably going to average out to a little bit over 3,000 words. And so you want to make sure your page has a little over 3,000 words, if that's what the SERP averages out to out of the top 3. And you want to look at their keyword density. So as you can see here, you want to factor in things like San Antonio. The location and the keyword is basically what you want to see with your density. So right here I see sell, house, and then I see fast right here. So we have sell at 1.55%, we have house at 1.69%, and then we have fast at 1.17%. What does that mean? What is percentages? What the hell is that? Density is essentially the percentage amount of the text that you are using that word. So out of the 2,900 words, they use the word fast 1.17% of the time. And that's, I mean, who cares, right? But at the end of the day, you want to make sure your density is lining up with your competitors, averaging out, just like you did with the word count. You averaged out all three, and you just took the average, and that's how many words you're going to have on the page. You want to match up the average of the density. So, for example, if I'm trying to rank in Sell My House Fast San Antonio, you want to just do Sell House Fast and then San Antonio. So you want your density to look somewhere similar to this. Now, even though, yes, they have less words, you still want your density the same because Google sees this in their algorithm as a good. You don't want to have too much density. You don't want to have too little. It's not going to help you. I promise I've done it. I've made the mistakes. You want to fit in the SERP exactly the way everyone else is because obviously Google likes them for a reason. So that is on-page content. That's literally all you need to do. Now, you have that blueprint. You have how many words you need on the page. You have what the percentage of density you need each keyword on the page. Okay, great. Now what you're going to do is you simply go to ChatGPT, but before you do that, you want to go to topicalrelevance.com, and then what you do is I'm going to type in Sell My House Fast San Antonio. And while it loads, it's basically what this is going to do is give you LSI keywords and entities. Basically, what is that? In a nutshell, it's basically keywords that are related to the keyword you're trying to rank for. So Sell My House Fast San Antonio, it's basically scraping here what words your competitors are using in their text, in their on-page, that is getting them essentially to rank for Sell My House Fast. It's related keywords to the keyword itself that you're trying to rank for, if that even makes any sense. Maybe I made that a little confusing. But as you can see here, we have single keywords, house, cash, home, Antonio, offer, houses, fast, buyers, property, estate, repairs, all these stuff. This is stuff that they are literally telling you. Topicalrelevance.com, go to this website, this tab right here. It's completely free to do this. They're literally telling you to have this, like the word foreclosure. Have that in your content. Obviously, you can see here like Danny Buys Houses. These are phrases. These are company names. Leave the company names out of your competitors, but you want things like real estate agent. You want things like fair cash offer. You want things like closing costs, home buyers, right? All these little phrases. It's like, because we don't want to go in there, just type Sell My House Fast, however many times, and then just put bullcrap content out there. We want to keep our keyword density good. So meaning having the keywords Sell My House Fast San Antonio in there enough times to fit our density percentage, but also what comes around this. This is what comes around this in the content. It's single keywords, phrases, as well as entities, right? So we have San Antonio cash fees, homeowners, foreclosure, realtor, mortgage, Alamo City, mortgage provider, realtors, real estate agents, right? You get the gist. Use these single keywords, use these phrases, use these words around the content outside of the actual keyword itself that you're writing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to ChatGPT and write your content. I also will link a video in the description of me writing content, taking the data that I did from my competition analysis and grabbing all these little entities, LSIs, and doing everything. Now I have my blueprint. So the video in the link in the description will help you out a ton writing content. So if you want to learn how to do that with ChatGPT and you don't have to handwrite it all, go ahead and watch that. So that's on page. That's literally what it is. It's just analyze your competition, see what they're doing to win, and then do it. Just do that, right? There's no magic pill. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. They're obviously ranking for a reason, right? And that's the first step. There's a lot of reasons why they're ranking, but that's the first step, is they're on page without a doubt. So the second thing, so we're going to go here, and what I'm going to look at is their interlinking. Now you have your on page, and a lot of you may be thinking, oh, what about backlinks? Let's get started with those right away. No, we don't need to do that because Google is wanting to rank, and it's only as time goes on, they're going to get better and better. And they're only going to rank people who are natural, real, and they want to, like, at the end of the day, Google doesn't want SEO people out there. They don't want SEO to exist. Google, their goal is literally to take away people to do SEO because they want to figure out how to find the best local companies to rank well, right? So their algorithms are constantly changing. But after you have your on page, you need to do one thing before you start getting backlinks, and that's doing proper interlinking. And what that's going to basically entail is on the page, you want to basically link to other pages on your website itself. So as you can see here, it links down to this graphic. That's more CSS code. But we'll go down here, we'll kind of find a link that we can use. Like for example, and we'll get into this here in a second, but I want to find an example of right here, like get my cash offer today. Get a cash offer today, sell your house without an agent. That's just another page, right? They're probably going to link to, obviously they have other location pages here. So if you have other location pages, which most real estate investors do, you want to take your home page and link out to all the location pages. Now you go to, this is an external link, but let's go here. This would be an easier way. This is also called SEO Pro Extension by Marketing Syrup. It's great. It's free. It works very well. But as you can see here, they're linking to our Contact Us page, frequently asked questions, how it works, reviews, our company, Spanish pages, which I don't necessarily do all the time. If you want to get crazy with it, you can. Get a cash offer today, contact us again. And so as you can see here, they're linking to many pages that are already built, like their filler pages, like get an offer, contact us, frequently asked questions, anything like that, right? But also what they are linking to, and this is important, especially if you're in a very competitive city and it's going to help you a lot, is what I call supporting content. Basically, they do it very well, and I like the style they do it because I do it for a lot of my other clients as well. As you can see here, they have any reason, any condition, any challenge that somebody would want to sell. But the benefit here is if I click on this, sell your house with mold damage in San Antonio, Texas. So why would they write this? Why would they do this? Because Google loves not only that you're linking to all your other filler pages and your location pages, they also like the fact that you're linking out to what I call supporting content. Basically, this is just a page, what I would call a blog page, maybe not a blog post, a blog page that is writing all about how to sell your house with mold damage in San Antonio specifically. Now, why do I like this so much? It's relatable, and obviously Google, all the competitors you're going to have in your SERP are going to be using some sort of blog posts or blog pages for supporting content, and this is a great way to knock it out because you don't need that much. You don't need to write 5 blog posts a week. It doesn't need to happen. But what can happen is you make a page like this. Not only is it going to help you rank better because Google loves supporting content and it's related, but also if someone did want to sell their house with mold damage, specifically that keyword, you now have a Hail Mary chance to get somebody who looked up that keyword specifically, right? So that's what I like so much about it. So your interlinking needs to look like this. Take your homepage, and your homepage needs to be going after your backyard top market. I don't recommend doing SEO anywhere outside of your top backyard metro market. It's simply just not going to work as well. It takes a lot of expertise in SEO. People have done it, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to real estate investors in itself, most of us don't have the capabilities and understanding of SEO and how to do it, nor the patience or the funds to do it at the end of the day. And I think it's the cheapest, best, and fastest way just to get ranked in your backyard market somehow. So you want your homepage to be your top level market, your backyard market. Then that's going to link out to a few things. It's going to link out to your filler pages. It's also going to link out to your location pages. And I would only recommend doing location pages that usually are at least 50,000 people or more. Kind of depending where you're at. I guess it really varies on your metro market. But I would only do the ones that are bigger because at the end of the day, if they're in a tiny town of 1,000 people and they look up Sell My House Fast, they're probably going to get the San Antonio page or something like that, right? They're going to get the more powerful page at the end of the day. And so you don't want to overdo it with location pages. So you link out to your filler pages, link out to your main location pages, and then you link out to your supporting content. And this is what we call interlinking. This is proper interlinking your website properly. Then from here, you want to take, let's see here, your filler pages, link back to your homepage. You want to take your location pages, link back to your homepage, and take your supporting content, link back to your homepage. You don't want to link it to anything else besides each other. So the supporting content now is going to link to each piece of supporting content. So for example, this mold damage page is going to link back to usually, well, it should link back to all the other pieces of supporting content, which usually is the case, right? It's going to link back to this other filler page, right? It can link back to the home page and other filler pages as well. So that's basically what it is you want to make sure your filler pages are linking back to the home page and within each other. That's usually how I do it. Location pages, link back to the home page and then link all the other location pages with each other. Then finally, your supporting content, link back to your home page, filler pages, whatever, and then link them all within each other most of the time. So That's usually how I do it with as far as interlinking. So that's step 2. So now you've written your on page. You've now interlinked it. You've made all your pages properly. You now have a fully built out website that's legit. So what do you do now with backlinks? This is the world that I get the most question on, because the problem with today's advertising when it comes to backlinks, because people make a lot of money on selling them when they're really not that hard to get. At the end of the day, when people pay me to do their SEO for them, obviously I have a lot of understanding and it takes a lot less time for it to get done, rather if you're going to do it yourself. As real estate investors, we're trying to do deals, we're not digital marketers per se. I just know how to do it because it took me many, many years to learn how to do it for myself, because I really didn't want to pay somebody else to do it because I didn't necessarily have the money yet. So that's why I have the YouTube videos out there if you're in the same position, because I've been there. But if you are in the position where you want to have somebody else do it, like I said, marketingformotivatedsellers.com, I'd love to chat with you. It's no obligation. I'll give you an honest opinion of what it's going to cost. I'm not going to pull your leg whatsoever. So with that, now going on to backlinks. Basically what you want to start off with is you want to get every single social media page built and every single directory built. Now, the common list that I would build right out of the gate. Do nothing else. This is the only thing you should do for the next 30 days because you don't want to be unnatural. That's the biggest thing. Don't go out and buy 1,000 backlinks. Don't go out and just pay all this money for expensive quality backlinks even yet. Great quality backlinks are always great, but you don't want to go and get them immediately because it's not natural. Google sees that and be like, oh, duh. Why would they're a brand new website. Why would they go out and get this insanely good backlink? It doesn't make sense. You're wasting your money. Don't do it. Just get social media, the classics, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, right? Just get these 5. Then from here, you can build Pinterest, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, right? You can even make a MapQuest, right? There's a lot of these that you can go out there and just build the common directories and social media links to start out, and do this for the next 30 to 60 days and let it just cook. Let it do its thing for the next 60 days and just let the on-page, let Google understand it after you've already submitted it in Google Search Console. Just let Google just simmer on this thing, right? And you have your social media posts and everything like that, or your social media pages and all those backlinks linking back to the website. And so now you're just building a good foundation of like, oh, the Google now sees this is real, this is natural, right? Then from here, 60 days later, you want to do what I call helping a reporter out. This is going to be very, 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 very beneficial. This is what I call help a reporter out. And this is all it is. Helpareporter.com. HARO. This is the bread and butter. After you've done your social media, this is literally all you need to do consistently. Every single week, every single day. What you're going to do is you're going to put your email address in here, and you're going to type it in, and now every day they're going to be sending you links every single day. I guess, how do I explain this? They're going to be sending you an email every day that says, hey, we need a reputable source for these topics. Now, it's going to be all kinds of topics, digital marketing, health, fitness, whatever. But you're going to go with the business category, real estate category. You'll see what I'm talking about when you get your first email. And they're going to be basically sending you out ideas for, hey, we need a reputable source. And you're going to go with the business or real estate related. If they ask a question like, okay, what's going on with the foreclosures lately? What's going on with the real estate market lately? You want to send a pitch back that you could create with ChatGPT. But create it with ChatGPT, make it normal, make it look normal, backspace, take out all the hyphens, take out all the AI jargon, and then you can send them an article. And in replacement, they will paste that quotes that you put in there and give you a backlink, right? They'll give you a backlink to your website. And this is as reputable and real and intentional as it gets. And they are free. They're literally free. They're for free. You don't need to do anything. And this is where SEO becomes awesome, because if you're able to do this, you can seriously win for very, very cheap if you have the time to put in. So I'll make a full video on this later, but helping a reporter out, this is the best way to get backlinks for free, and they're the highest quality links you'll ever get. The best way, though, is if you are going to hire somebody else to do HARO backlinks. Obviously, I do it for all my clients, but it's a whole different. I have a whole system with my VAs and everything. There's going to be people out there who are going to, you can pay them to do HARO pitches for you and everything like that. They'll probably charge $100, $200 a link for one of these. But what's going to happen is you are going to want to just do it yourself. And I'm saying this because when you do HARO yourself, it's naturally going to build a better reputation, because with AI today, with ChatGPT, all this stuff, the reporters now are using HARO less than they ever did. But now, if you are actually real and you are a real source and they can tell that, hey, this is a real business owner, this is a real person, you're going to win a lot of these pitches, because now you stand out so much more. Back in the day, this was so much harder to get a link here, but now it's easier than it ever has been because everyone's using ChatGPT and AI. I'm saying that you should still use ChatGPT, but just make it real and make it just known that, hey, I'm a real business owner myself writing this pitch. Because a lot of people are using either other people that they hire, and they just see them as spam accounts in a way. So you don't want to do that. So that's literally all you need to do at this point. I know I've been kind of dragging this video along. On page, do everything correctly with this 95% of SEO. Don't skip out on this. This needs to be perfect before you even think about doing backlinks or even interlinking. Then from here, you start building out all of your other location pages, supporting content filler pages, and interlink them properly, which I also have a video in the description to show. I have a video for all of the stuff in the description, to be honest. And then from here, now you are going to build all your social media pages and directories, and then you are going to start doing HARO. That's it. There's people who charge thousands of dollars to tell you what I just showed you. Literally, there's people who literally charge thousands. I'm not going to name any names, but they charge a lot of money to literally show you what I just showed you. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I provided a lot of value. There's a lot of videos linked in the description. I have a full masterclass, parts 1 through 5, on YouTube that I will link down there that you can watch start to finish if you want to set up your website yourself. It's a great way to do it. Just don't get too carried away. Don't think too hard about it. It's simple, but not easy. If you want me to do your SEO, Google Business Profile, or PPC for you instead, click the link below, Marketing for Motivated Sellers. I'd love to chat with you. Thanks for watching.